you know's in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas.
Everyone, it's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Now, this is a moment for New Orleans hip-hop heads, New Orleans street folks. I mean, this is one of those moments where you see two brothers who have grown up, who had serious issues with each other, and they have reconciled. Now, friend of my channel, Terrence Gangsta Williams, the half brother of Cash Money co-founders Birdman and Slim, and Rippa Skip from the Melt. Hey, they have finally squashed all their issues. They've sat down, they've talked about all the things that they've been through, because we all know that Rippa was the one that deleted Gangsta's, friend Sterling, who was one of the original Hot Boys, along with Gangsta and Dooney and all of them. And it was some real street beef right here that these two brothers have squashed from over 25 years ago. Actually sat down, apologized to each other. Now, earlier when Gangsta first came home and Rippa, they was going back and forth, kind of saying one's a rat, one is this, one is that, and they kind of was going back and forth. Well, it's good to see that these two grown men have put all of that stuff behind them. Neither one of them are in the streets no more. They both have turned their life over to God or Allah. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to these two for being able to squash those issues. Let's take a look at this clip as Gangsta Williams, OG Giggity, friend of my channel, him and Skip, Rippa, they are talking about the whole situation, how it came about, where they're at now in their lives. Let's take a look at this clip.
Whenever we got around him, he would say different things to us and holler at us. When they had the office over there on Veterans in Metairie, we would go through there and go holler at him. My brother Cleve was actually going on the road a lot. I only went maybe once or twice, and I only went to a few places. But they went so much, they started getting checked. Birdman was looking out for them. So, when we would go in the office, he would kind of have his little one-on-ones with everybody and talk to everybody as a group, as a whole, and stuff like that. So, yeah, he played a significant role in talking to us about letting that be and letting that go. He brought everybody together and was like, we're going on the road and we're going to get this money. I remember him saying that to a lot of people in that little room there, man. A few times he did that. They could be sitting in there, chilling or going to breakfast or something. He would always say that.
Okay. Now, before I go further, I want to, because there's going to be certain questions the way I'm going to have to word it. Shout out to Sam Eyes. Sam Eyes is part of Crypto Jesus sector, and he did some homework for me, and he put some questions as well. So some of the questions is going to be asked.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, okay, now, who would you say dressed best out of all different hoods, Cali, Milf, Iberville, and the Magnolia?
Oh, man. That's hard right there, because all of them are swagged out now. All of them are swagged out. I got to give it to a lot of those projects that you said were swagged out. But me, myself, personally, I got to go with the home team. I got to go with the Mel.
Okay. These is, okay.
Right.
Y'all was all right. So anyway, all right. Before you got robbed by Sterling, did you have any relationship with any of the other Hot Boys?
No, none at all.
Okay, growing up, were you more of a Cash Money fan, No Limit fan, or did you rock with both?
Nah, I was more of a Cash Money fan. The P&M was cool, they done their thing. I listened to some of their music and some of their artists, you know what I'm saying? Mostly Mystical, C Murder, shout out to C Free C. Mac, definitely gotta shout out Mac. Shout out to Mac, I listen to Mac. But majority of it though, come on man, I'm rocking with the UNLV. My brothers, my bros. So I was definitely Cash Money head.
Okay, and for the people who watching, Rippa Skip, he picked his background. We downtown on Canal Street. That's what y'all seeing. Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the music group Hot Boys, do you have a favorite album that stood out to you?
Oh man, there's a few of them, but my first one that I really loved that they did back in the day was that UNLV, from the Mac to the Melf to the Cali. Cause I'm from Uptown. Gotta go with that one. That was my number one. After that, I got to go with Juvie, 400 Degrees, baby. Shout out Juvie.
Looking back, was being robbed a traumatic experience for you? Did you feel like your life was spared?
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a traumatic experience, and I do feel like my life was spared because I tried to take the gun from dude, and dude, he slapped me with that. I ain't gonna say the word I want to say, but he slapped me with that mud, trying to get it from him or whatever. He slapped me in the head with that thing and said, "Man, I get from back here." And I had to run from the Noya all the way to the mills. Left my truck back there and everything.
I wish I know that. I would have took the gas out there.
I believe you would have.
I could have psyched the gas out of it. Hey, okay, like, let's go back to that Saturday before the fight with Sterling.
Right.
Do you remember who Sterling handed his gun to, and who did you pass yours to?
Oh, well, that was easy. I gave mine to Baldy, Face brother, if I'm not mistaken. If it wasn't Baldy, it was Fat Man, one of the brothers. You know what? I'm gonna say it was Fat Man because it was somebody tall and black. I just handed it like that. I believe, I don't remember who Sterling handed his to, but it was one of those dudes close to him. It might have been Hot, might have been somebody else close to him, but I know before the fight he handed it off, and you know we done our little thing or whatever. But yeah.
Do you remember what kind of gun you had at the time?
A 9, a Ruger.
Sterling said, "Remember what you did after the fight."
Right.
What do you think he meant?
The fight, just period. Just like I feel like when we fought, I felt like I won the fight. I felt like he felt like I won the fight, and he was telling me, "Remember that."
And now that you talking about fight, then you want to have the nerve to talk about fight me, man, bro.
I'm thinking about the money that we'll make. The people will come from everywhere to see that fight, man.
Yeah,
they're all
but-
in my comments saying that.
but if you get it-
$100, they're gonna buy them.
Yeah,
you gotta
but
think about that.
But what happens if you put me on my back pocket? That go viral. What about that? I gotta walk up and down the street. The people, what they call that, humiliation.
Oh man, but listen though,
that ain't worth the money.
You might
Skip.
get you one in. You might
Yeah,
get you
you're
one
right.
in.
Yeah, 'cause I gotta train for that
Who's
stuff.
gonna be humiliated then?
Yeah, because I'm gonna
I
do
know
a
you
video a
gonna
whole
shine.
month on you. You know that. All right, what do you
What's up?
think stopped the situation from escalating into a shootout that night
That
or that
night?
day, whatever?
Well, after the fight, I saw like dudes grabbing him and telling him come on. I feel like he didn't want to do it right then and there too. I also feel like that, but I also feel like someone was like, man, come on. Because when he said that, men, women, all of them, mostly women, started screaming like, oh Lord, girl, woo, why, and this and that. They started breaking out running, and they made it more than what it was. They dramatized the situation, and everybody, I guess, was with him. I guess the few people that were with him felt like, well, come on, man, let's go. We're going to do that. We're going to handle that.
When you were riding through the Ivoryville projects, you saw Terrence Gangsta Williams point you out. How close were you physically?
Physically, I'm going to say about a good 30 steps away, maybe like 20, 30 feet.
When you ran to hit the ground, what was going through your mind? Was your adrenaline pumping, like running,
Yeah,
like,
I felt like I was about to get killed when I hit the ground. When the bullet skinned me, I felt like I was about to get killed. When I hit that ground, everything was like, you better get up from here and do what you got to do. You better move around.
in that moment, when you saw Terrence Gangsta Williams, did you see him with a gun or just assume he had one based on his history?
What made me feel like he had one, well, I feel like when he started running, I don't know if he was holding on his coloscopy bag, but when I seen him grab like this here and started running, I'm assuming he had his yeah on him. But the bulge in his shirt made me feel like, yeah, he got that yeah on him.
And I'm happy I mentioned that, man, because you got 2.3 million views on talking about I ran with that gun. I said, boy, Skip, down bad. Anyway, that was the colostomy bag. Nah, that's what I
So
said.
that's your story, you stick it to it.
Big facts.
All right.
All right, how did you know Terrence Gangsta Williams went to the police about what happened?
Oh, I got it from the people in the neighborhood. They told me he ran to the police, but I saw you go in that direction. I did see you go in that direction. And people said, well, I said, where he went at? Oh, he ran to the police station, told the people somebody shot his partner, and so on and so forth. I'm like, all right, cool.
But that did happen, though. I did run across. I said, hey, I need to get back in Ivoryville because, you know, my car was parked. My car was parked right there, right by that store.
Right, on the corner, basement.
Yeah. Was that your first time having to use your gun?
No, indeed.
Were your nerves bad after that, Did you feel paranoid or ever want to leave the city?
No, my nerve was bad. Definitely facts. I mean, if anybody go through that type of experience, you know, they gonna know, you know what I'm saying, it's about to get real, or it's gonna be, my mind frame was thinking retaliation, so my nerve definitely was bad. And to see that all those dudes out the mouth and out the Calio and out the Iberville was coming to me and giving me guns and telling me, you better get ready. Oh yeah, my nerve was bad.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
would never say it wasn't.
Do you ever get emotional? Did you ever get emotional later thinking about the tragic day?
There were thoughts of me in my mind. When you say emotional, I wouldn't like tear up or anything like that, but I was like, man, that's crazy, that went that far. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe it had went that far like that. So my nerve was just bad, I just reacted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, this is the question I always wanted to know. That day when you followed me, when we made the block,
Right.
and me and
right,
you talked,
right.
how did you know the car I was in? How did you get the drop on me?
Okay, listen, this is where I'm at with it. I was fortunate enough to have acquaintances out the Magnolia, preferably females. And, you know, somebody had listed me up, oh, he'd be in that white and gray Lexus, and he'd be in that cold-blooded Infiniti. I said, well, yeah, all right, that was up. So I just happened to be riding up, what is that? Clara. I was riding up Clara, and you spent out in front of me. And when you spent out in front of me, I'm like, I know that ain't who I think it is. Yeah, I was like,
I got me
yeah.
one, a free pick. That was in your mind.
In my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to jam him up. I'm about to holler him and see if what he's saying, or what they saying in the streets is real. Because I'm hearing in the streets, Terrence saying he gonna get with you, he riding for that, and so on and so forth. Oh yeah? Okay.
You know, I'm happy right now to this day that we able to sit down and talk about that, because we both been through a lot, coming from out the project, you know,
Definitely.
gotta survive, and for you to be man enough to come here, and then you came by yourself, pull up and sit down with me, and for me, and I want to say this too, first and foremost, I humbly apologize for the harm I caused you, the disrespect I did to you, social media and in person. I want to put that out there first, because I want people to know. Yeah, because I want people
That's a
to.
grown man, man. That's a grown man.
Because I'm on.
That's
you
one
know,
of the reasons why I'm sitting in the chair.
yeah, because Diesel, you know, one day we was riding, bro. He was like, well, you know, Gangsta, I be seeing you praying all the time. You say you changed your life. You said this. You sat down with me. When you gonna sit down with my homie? And I looked at him and I'm like, bro, that's a big one there, bro. Like, you know, me and Skip, like I know Skip.
Yeah, I know.
So I was like, man, but he looked at me like, bro, like we talking to the children, we traveling, he's seeing the work. How you gonna overlook this? This is something that you got to face.
Right.
You know, so I was like, and I had hit Sterling cousin Chantel, and I was like, Chantel, what you think? She was like, yeah. She said, bro, I support you, I'm with it. Sterling mother, she's upset with me, but that's another story.
Right.
So, and I'm happy, like I said, I'm happy you came. Thank you for coming.
I appreciate
because
it, man. I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
yeah, big facts. Because I want to show these children and show people like me and you sitting down right now doing this interview,
Right.
and my best friend brother, one of the original Hot Boy, was deleted by you. So for me and you to be able to sit here, man to man, and talk, I be like, man, a lot of y'all youngsters, a lot of stuff y'all can let go.
Right.
It's the peer pressure.
Right.
It's the peer pressure. Now let's switch gears here.
Oh, can I give you a response right quick?
Okay, yeah, my bad. Go ahead, talk to me.
Okay, listen. I want to take the time out right now myself, and I want to praise both of you gentlemen, you and Diesel.
Shout out to Diesel.
Doing what y'all been doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Diesel talked to me, he hollered at me, and told me y'all had a conversation. And when I got that conversation from Diesel, you know what I'm saying, he told me that you were considering it. And as you know, when I went on No Rap Cap, and they kept asking me about it, and I was like, I'm gonna do it when I'm ready. So everybody putting pressure on me to do it. All in my comments, my family, my friends, I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna do that when I'm ready. So I go to church. So, you know, I thank God that I'm able to sit right here and talk with you also and have a conversation with, because we have been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, we was going at each other. And I'm gonna say that I humbly, sincerely, I apologize to you and any harm I may have caused to you, my brother.
Thank you.
All right, and I also want to take this time out right now. If she's listening, even though I wrote an apology letter in court, I definitely want to send my sincere apologies to Mrs. Lofton for her loss. You know what I'm saying? I got to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm opening the door to where if she wants to sit down and receive some type of closure or anything like that, I'm also willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's who I am as a person, big brother. But I mean, I kind of like thought about it, and what Jesus said made sense to me. And I kept thinking about us and the image that we putting out there for these kids. And we talking to the youth. And I be going to talk to them in different schools and different gyms and stuff in New Orleans. So I got to live by example. I got to put my money where my mouth is. I got to really stand on what I'm talking about. So I sat down and I prayed and I asked God, and I also spoke with my pastor about it. He kind of in his own way told me, what I need to do, with the little things that he tell me, from time to time. Shout out to Pastor Samuel Blakes. At the same time, man, listen, I got to that point where I felt like I needed to sit down and put this behind me and sit down with you and do a one-on-one, bro. And I mean, I think God is on our heart, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what it is, man.
And we in that city.
Ooh.
We in the city.
We in that city.
Big facts.
Believe that.
I mean, let me say that to y'all. Y'all can't see me right now because I believe, like, being behind the camera because this is his moment.
Take care of that, bro.
So,
answer that.
Right now,
Swipe to the right. Let me see.
Right now, these are them. No, you good? Cause this our channel here. We can do what we want on here. Big facts.
These are like that.
Yeah, there was a touching moment you just said. I'm happy because they got these guys in here. They recording too, and I had to share tears. Now I'm happy they can't see that. Real for because I like to lead by example, bro.
Yeah, you did.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I really appreciate you saying that too to Sterling Mother.
All right, nation, there you have it. Now, this is the kind of progress that I like to see. We got two grown men, two street dudes that was really outside, that really have been in the streets, been in the trenches, was in the drug game, both of them been locked up before. They had for real issues, not none of this hip hop stuff that folks, he said something about me on the track. He didn't want to do a song for this speed. We gonna drop these subliminal. This is not, this ain't nothing like that. This is where these two had legit problems with each other, where guns was pulled and shots was fired and people have died behind that. And to see these two men squash all those issues, especially after 25, 30 years later, hey, that's what I like to see, man, because there's no reason. These dudes is in their 50s at this point, maybe late 40s, early 50s, and all of that stuff is dead now, and they not in the streets no more. So this is a message to all you youngsters out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to throw your life away. You don't always have to hold on to these issues with folks for 30 and 40 years. If these two can put their issues behind, Sterling was one of Gangsta's best friends, and all the street stuff that went on with that, and now these two can squash their issues, then there's a lot of hope for America's youth and for us as a black culture, that we don't have to continue to hold on to these grudges forever. Nation, what do you think about Gangsta's comments? What do you think about Rippa's comments? What do you think about these two squashing the issues? What do you think about, unfortunately, Sterling losing his life and all of that? Nation, y'all let me know in the comments section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Peace.
Knows in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas at all.